Today on Sea Rescue, a dolphin is separated from his family and gets stuck in the mud.
When the tide comes in, that dolphin could actually drown.
Rescuers bravely wade into this muddy dolphin death trap. But can they save him? And then, cute alert, it's the magical story of an abandoned sea otter being raised by a dedicated care team.
It's like having a newborn baby, eating every couple hours.
Can these devoted rescuers give Luna, the orphaned sea otter, another chance at life?
I'm Matt Gutman, and we're on a sea rescue.
Bottlenose dolphins, like Beaker here at SeaWorld San Diego, are frequently seen in the waters off of the United States. But you wouldn't expect to see a dolphin stuck in the mud. That's exactly where a passerby spots a wayward dolphin. Luckily, help was close by.
The San Diego National Wildlife Refuge is 11,000 acres of peaceful, protected habitat nestled by the San Diego Bay.
I see a lot of wildlife. I see a lot of birds, cranes, little bunnies running across the trail, but never a dolphin.
Until one day, local resident Gina Collins spots a dolphin swimming in a narrow channel.
I took my phone out and I started filming it, and then I figured something was wrong because it was just kind of like going back and forth in the same little area. Maybe it's in danger or something.
This channel is well known for two things. The tide causes the water level to drop dramatically, and the mud it leaves behind is as thick as molasses.
The tide was going out, and it was very clear this animal was going to get stuck in the mud if it didn't get moved out of this area.
This is a young dolphin who has clearly lost his way.
A long-beaked common dolphin tends to be a social dolphin that travels in groups of 1 to 500. Probably there was weather or some other disturbance that caused this dolphin to lose the rest of his pod and wind up in the wrong spot. That's not an uncommon thing that we'll see in young animals.
So Gina does the right thing and calls authorities for help. Lifeguards from the town of Imperial Beach arrive, along with rescuers from SeaWorld San Diego. Just getting to the dolphin will be a challenge.
The whole channel was full of mud and 3 to 4 feet deep. It was super slippery.
By the time they reach the animal, the tide is at its lowest point, and there's only about a foot of water.
So why don't you go in front? I'll go behind his dorsal.
The dolphin was on his side. We wanted to get the dolphin unstuck and get it to deeper water.
We were just trying to shove him, push him, move him, lift him.
It was difficult because the dolphin wants to swim in a way where it, does like an arch movement. It wasn't deep enough for the dolphin to do that. It kept going into the mud, so we had to keep pulling his nose out of the mud.
Let's not let go until it takes a good breath.
The rescuers sink deep into the mud.
Every step would sink about 3 feet.
Well, he should straighten himself.
When the dolphin nearly goes belly up, they realize their plan just isn't working.
So we went with plan B, which was get a flotation device, get the dolphin on top of the flotation device. We're gonna try to float him to the deepest spot.
They bend the buoyant foam flotation material underneath the dolphin and manage to slide him on top of it.
After we got that flotation device underneath, it made it a lot easier to glide the dolphin to a deeper part of the bay.
Oh, that's good. That's getting deep.
Luckily, this dolphin was very cooperative because this animal could have easily gotten off this piece of foam. That animal really just seemed to lay there and allow the lifeguards and the rescue team to float it back out to deeper water.
There you go.
After about a mile, the dolphin swims away on his own and, to everyone's relief, appears to head off towards the open ocean.
I felt happy that I was a part of helping the dolphin get back into the ocean. It made me feel really good.
But the celebration is short-lived, because 2 days later, the dolphin turns up again, and this is worse than the first time.
This animal isn't just stuck in the mud, it is buried in the mud and it is covered.
Coming up, the team mounts a second rescue attempt, and it turns into a muddy race against time.
That dolphin's stuck in the water and can't get free to swim?
And later, an orphan sea otter's life depends on a mother's touch.
I thought she was adorable. I thought she was so cute.
A young dolphin has become stuck in the mud for the second time.
If that dolphin's stuck in the water and can't get free to swim, when the tide comes in, that dolphin could actually drown.
SeaWorld rescuers team up again with the Imperial Beach Lifeguards for the second rescue.
We decided the best thing we could do is take the foam from our rescue truck, lay it beside the dolphin, crawl on this foam one person at a time, and then try to roll the dolphin onto the foam.
Oh yeah, the magic of foam. Hello, love. I heard you need some help.
They try prying the dolphin out of this thick, sticky mud.
It's really sad to see this animal just covered in mud. If that mud gets into the blowhole, that's going to really impinge upon that animal's ability to breathe.
The rescuers have to be extremely careful not to get stuck themselves. By now, they're up to their waists in the thick mud.
I know, hang on, baby.
We were very concerned at all of the mud around the animal's eyes and especially its blowhole. And if this animal started to suck in some of this mud, it was going to be life-threatening.
Finally, they managed to pry the dolphin free from the mud.
Oh, buddy, slide him forward.
We decided to bring a stretcher with us, roll the animal into the stretcher, and then slowly slide him up onto the truck.
It's a mighty and muddy task.
You okay? Okay.
One step at a time, they carefully carry the rescued 200-pound dolphin uphill.
Into the truck. 1, 2, 3, go. Yep.
Okay.
On the ready?
Okay.
On the back.
On the tailgate?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
And let's watch his pecs. Jonathan, you got that pec?
Let's go watch.
Woo! That foam is really slippery. Okay, perfect.
Far from being a silent passenger, during the short ride to SeaWorld, the dolphin vocalizes by making clicking sounds all the way.
That is a sign usually of a healthy animal. Most sick dolphins or whales that we rescue do not vocalize. So the fact that this animal was vocalizing was very promising for us.
At SeaWorld, the animal care team immediately places him in a recovery pool, and they get to work.
They're going to do a physical exam and see if there's any lesions, if there's any tooth problems, anything that might be impacting its ability to feed. They're gonna see how it's swimming in the water. And then they're also gonna run blood tests and make sure that there's not evidence of inflammation or infection.
Ionized calcium, 0.96, glucose, 118.
Incredibly, even after all he's been through, this dolphin is healthy and has a hearty appetite.
The fact that he's swimming unassisted, he's bright, and he's eating on his own tells us that this animal is pretty healthy, and it's a great sign that he can be returned almost immediately.
The next day, he's loaded aboard the SeaWorld boat, appropriately named the Second Chance. 6 miles out, a spot where there's plenty to eat and other long-beaked common dolphins to pal around with, the rescuers say their goodbyes.
This is a really proud moment for the team to be able to successfully return this animal.
When we returned that dolphin back to the wild, for the team members on the boat that had rescued him out of the mud, swam him a mile to try and get him out to the mouth of the bay, it really was a moment of peace because we knew we'd done everything we could for that dolphin and that species.
Coming up, a sea otter pup is orphaned, so the care team will have to step in and play the role of mom if she's to have any chance to survive.